Before we jump into today's show, I just wanted to let you know that I have got a brand new 3-part audio series available to download right now. If you head over to donnaeade.com/3-part audio, that's all one word, no spaces, you can download your How to Build Your Authority with Podcasting audio series. This is going to address guesting and hosting. So if you're interested in either of those and you want to know how to build your authority, head over to donnaeade.com/3-part audio. The link will be in the show notes. You're listening to the Mindset and Action Podcast, the place to be to grow and streamline your business. I'm your host, Donna Eade. Let's jump into the show. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I am so excited to have you here for a mini Mindset Monday. Now, you may be able to hear in the tone of my voice that my energy level is a little bit through the roof right now because I am recording this on Friday. So Friday last week as you're listening to this. And so much has changed. So I'm really excited to get into it. And if you have been listening for a while or you listened a few weeks ago, you may have heard that I was having a pretty low week. And this is just the way life goes, right? There are ups and downs, and we can get to some really low points and feel really, really negative and just unhappy with our life, our situation, the bills that are coming in, the clients that we have or haven't got. There are so many things that can impact our mental health. And it's not easy to just pinpoint one thing a lot of the times. And, for me, a little bit of my backstory, if you don't know, I have shared it before, but I was actually diagnosed with depression at the age of 16. I have been on and off medication my entire adult life. And the last time I was on medication was back in 2019 when the pandemic hit. That was actually a break and a blessing for my mental health. It really was. But now we're kind of coming and finding our new normals and what that looks like. And my life looks very different to how it did before the pandemic, through the fact that I now work at home alone all day, every day, which suits my introvertedness a lot, but has really kind of closed the gap when it comes to my social circles and, where I'm going, when I go out, if I go out, the anxiety that I feel around that. There's a whole new level of issues that come with that. So it is kind of navigating a new normal and finding what works for me. And I do suffer heavily during the winter season. And, today I'm looking out my window, the sun is shining. I went for my walk, the sun was shining. I've had to come back and take my hoodie off because I was so hot. And I've just done some cleaning, a little bit of spring cleaning. I went out the front and out the front of my house, I have a little front garden. And there are bulbs in there, and the daffs come up every year. And I just went and I sort of thinned out the daffodils to bring some into my office. And I'm staring at some bright, lovely yellow daffodils that smell amazing. And those things just bring me joy. So I am in a fabulous mood today. If you are not in such a fabulous mood, I'm sending you hugs, and I want to sort of rub off a little bit of my joy to you so that you may take some of that today. So whether that's go out in the sunshine and grab 10 minutes of fresh air, do some nice deep breathing out there, go and see nature, go and cut some daffs of your own if you've got your own in your garden. Whatever it is that you need to do to bring a smile to your own face, please go and do that for yourself today. So today is going to be a little bit different because I'm not actually going to be doing a mindset issue today. Instead, what I'm going to be doing is I've got a big announcement to make. Some of you who follow me on socials will know what this announcement is. And then I have a little bit of an introduction to do. So another little announcement to make. So 2 announcements for you today. The first is I am extremely excited and proud to announce that my second podcast goes live tomorrow morning. So if 2 days a week isn't enough for you to hear my voice, you get a third day. How amazing is that? So I have a new podcast called the Mic Action podcast, and that is coming out tomorrow with a trailer, episode 1 and episode 2. It's going to be a seasonal podcast because, I can't be everywhere all at once, and committing to 3 episodes a week is too much. So the Mic Action podcast will be a serial podcast. There'll be 12 episodes, then it'll take a break, and then I'll come back with another 12 later in the year. So excited for that. The podcast, by definition, Mic Action podcast, is all about starting your own podcast. I'm going to be interviewing podcasters on why they started their podcasts, things that tripped them up, what they enjoy about it, why they do it, why they continue to do it. So I'm really excited for you to hear their stories as well. And yeah, I'm just super, super excited for that one to come out. So it is going live tomorrow. You'll be able to search Mic Action podcast where you listen. I'm not sure at the time I'm recording this, it's not currently available on Apple Podcasts. It says that it can take up to 2 weeks to get there. So I'm not sure whether it's going to actually make it up to Apple in time for the launch, which is a little bit disappointing if it doesn't. But you'll be able to listen to it on Spotify, and you will be able to listen to it in some other places as well. I will leave links in the show notes of this episode so you can go and find a podcast app to go and listen to it on. So yeah, that's going to be really exciting, and I'm really thrilled to be bringing that to you. So that was my first announcement. And if you can go and download the episodes and leave me a review when it is available on Apple, and I will let you know when that is on my social medias. So follow me over there on LinkedIn, just search Donna Eid, you will find me, or Instagram, Donna_Eid_. I will announce it there when it's on Apple, so you can go over and listen, and any downloads, listens and shares that you can do for me would be so appreciated. So that's the first one. The second one is that, you may not know this about me, but I am not a mindset expert. I have a lot of mindset issues for sure, but I am not an expert. And the point of my mini Mindset Mondays was that I wanted to bring to you issues that we all deal with on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis when it comes to our business and when it comes to our personal lives that can really just keep us stuck. And so I've got a lot of those blocks myself that I can share with you, and things that I've done to overcome them, which I have shared over the last few weeks, and also bringing my guests in to talk about blocks that have kept them stuck and what they did to overcome them. I think it's really powerful to hear what real people have done in their businesses and what they did to make it better for themselves. But I do have an expert in my circle who is absolutely fantastic. She is a mindset coach. Her name is Vivian Joy, and yes, that's her surname, Joy. And she is my coach. She's the one that I go and see once every month on a Friday with a group of fantastic business women. She is the reason that there is another podcast coming out tomorrow, and the ladies there really helped with working things out for that podcast. So huge thanks to all of them. But Vivian has agreed to come on the podcast on my weeks. So where I do solo episodes on Thursdays, she's going to come in on the Mondays and give us some expert mindset advice. So you're going to get the real, tangible, what people are going through in their business and how they deal with it themselves. But then we're also going to have some expert input from Vivian on why we get stuck, why we let these things sort of get in our way, why we live in these consistent cycles of doing the same thing. The definition of insanity, I think we all kind of live there a lot of the time. So we're going to be hitting some mindset points, and Vivian's going to be giving us some fantastic insight into that. And she has had a long, varied career. So that is probably going to be our first episode, just kind of diving into who she is, how she works, and what she does on a sort of weekly, monthly business within her business. And then we'll be diving into mindset stuff. So I am so excited to bring her to you coming a week on Monday. So next week I have a guest episode, but a week on Monday will be Viv's first episode with me. So make sure you are subscribed and tuned in for that, because she really talks sense. She is a no BS kind of lady. She will lay it as it is. And if you have mindset questions, so if you have certain blocks that you just don't know how to overcome, or things that are keeping you stuck in your business, and you want to send me in questions, that would be amazing. So you can either do that on social, so send me a question in social, say mindset mini question, and send me your questions and I'll put them to Viv, or you can email me donna@donnaeade.com and I will put those questions to Viv in the coming weeks. So I am really super excited for this. It's going to be fantastic. I hope you have a great start to your week. If you got out on the wrong side of the bed, I completely understand. I do it a lot. Maybe go back to bed and get out the other side and see if it makes a difference. Or just take 10 minutes. Honestly, the Calm app is my go-to when I'm feeling like, I just can't. I go to the Calm app, I listen to one of the meditations, just take 10 minutes out. I think they even have like a breathing one. So it's not a meditation, nobody's talking. It's just kind of a sound that tells you to breathe in and breathe out, and just take a moment and breathe, and know that this too shall pass. You have seen it literally in real time. If you've been listening to the podcast for the last few weeks, you have seen me go from being in a very, very low place to today being in a very, very happy place. Will I be in this happy place tomorrow? Who knows? But I am taking it for all it's worth today. Have a great week, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye for now. If you're looking to build a deeper connection with your audience this year, and you're a passionate business owner with a message to share, then I would love to help you do that via podcasting. If you're interested in starting a podcast this year, head over to donnaeade.com/apply to register your interest today. Don't forget to hit subscribe where you listen, and rate and review the podcast if you've enjoyed it. You can also share this episode with a friend. It is a great way to help the podcast out to get to more listeners just like you.